Hello, you guys. What is up? All right, so I wanted to go live today and do a quick pop-up flyby training, but about something that actually I feel like I haven't really talked about this with you guys very much, and it should be talked about because this is something that honestly can make you guys a lot of money and help you out a lot. So the big thing about this business that you will learn if you haven't already is it's all mindset. 100%. This business is a mental game. So I want to talk to you guys about self-development. Have you guys ever heard of that? Do you even know what that means, self-development? By the way, there's French fries on my shirt. Yes, it's French fries. But have you ever heard of self-development? Do you know what that means? Let me share this out to the chats too really quick. But I want to talk to you guys about my best tips for self-development, some of my favorite books that I would suggest to anyone who wants to grow in this business. And hey, Robin, what's up, girlfriend? Hey, Darby. And I want to give you guys just like what it is, basically, because I feel like honestly, this is something that confuses people a lot. I feel like people don't know what we're talking about when we say things like you got to be doing self-development, like or that this business is basically self-development with a compensation plan. Oh God, no, Matt. Iris is grabbing the phone stand. Guys, help, send help. It's Mother's Day, hello. Yes, Robin, I gave you a list of books to read, correct. And that part actually got me thinking. That day I was talking to you, I was talking to some other girls on the team, and I realized that honestly, I haven't done a training about this, that people don't really know what it is. Don't mind, my husband's literally moving the friggin' phone stand because just go close the thingy, baby. But anyway, so here's what I want to talk to you guys about a little bit. Okay, I can't find it to share it. There it is. Can you guys share this in the chats for me? Nope. I got it. Okay. All right. So I want to go over my top suggestions. Tag your teams, by the way, about what books are good to start and why. And also, guys, listen, here's what I'll explain about self-development. Basically, what that means is anything that you do to grow or become better as a person. That's what self-development is. There's a lot of different ways that you can do that. One of my favorite ways is reading books, but I know that there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't have time to read books. I'm still going to tell you what my favorite books are, but it's just about making it a priority, right? We have time to like scroll on Facebook when we're not working our business. We're just scrolling. We have time for so many things. What I'm telling you is if you become willing to like invest time into yourself, you're the CEO of your business. So when you grow, your business grows. That's the way this works, guys. That's the way this works. There are so many people that know so much more than us that have already accomplished the things that we want to accomplish. And all those people wrote books. All of those people that we want to be where they are, like they've already paved the way and they're turning around and teaching everyone else. So there's different ways you can grow. You can do like courses, right? You can go to events. Like this company does events and they're incredible. And I tell anyone that takes this business seriously and wants to go far that you should come to company events because they're a game changer. You will learn so much about how to promote your business, about how to grow. So events are a really big one. But the daily things that you can do are like watching YouTube videos. I don't know if you guys have heard of Audible. Has anyone heard of Audible? But it's just basically an app where you can listen to books. They have pretty much, I mean, most books you could think of are on Audible. It's like $14 a month or something like that. It'll make you a lot more than $14 a month, I can tell you that. And like, so one of my big hacks is I will do self-development in the shower. Like I will play an Audible book in the shower, or I'm actually in a membership site for Bob Heilig, who's like he teaches a lot of people in this network. He used to do what we do and he retired, and now he's like a coach for all different people in all different companies. So he has a membership site and I'll like play his videos while I'm showering. There are so many different things that we do every day that if you like fit self-development into what you're already doing. Oh yeah, drop hashtag live in the comments below if you're live. Drop hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Good job, Carrie. Good job. I was like, this is going to be quick and dirty, and I forgot to do the do. But so anyway, there are so many ways that you can kind of fit it into what you're already doing. So like you can listen to Audible when you're taking a shower. You can play stuff when you're driving around in your car. Someone once told me that if you listen to self-development when you're driving instead of music, you would get the equivalent to, I believe, a master's degree every single year. I was like, what? So like I still listen to music. There's music playing right now. But there's a lot of times where I also am playing something that will help me grow as a leader or as a person in the background, because you guys, you'll learn so much from it. Like that's literally the secret that I could tell people is you want to grow a big business, like do self-development. So those are some of the ways. Audible, just like an app where you can listen to books on tape. So you can be cooking and you can be playing an audiobook. There's like different membership sites and different coaches. If anyone wants information on those, I can tell you about some of my favorites. Ray Higdon has a coaching group. Bob Heilig has one. Brian Fryer has one. Those are all great. Then there's just traditional reading, which if you just make it a part of your day, like you read a book before you go to bed, or you read a book with your coffee in the morning for 15 minutes or whatever, then that's another really good way to do it. But those are some of my favorites. And then of course, events, like I said, and courses. So I'm going to go over some of my favorites with you. Hold on. I have a huge stack of books, y'all. Hey, Tabitha. How are you guys doing, by the way? Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I just wanted to have this in the group so that I could tag people in it later with book recommendations. That's why I decided to do this. Okay, so listen to this quote because I was like, ooh, this is good. It just says, personal development is a major time saver. The better you become, the less time it takes you to achieve your goals. Yeah, pretty much. Someone told me the more books you read, the more money you'll make. And I was like, cool, I will read books. But also, more important than that is that you actually like implement what you learn. Some people get stuck in like reading all the books and thinking that they need to be perfect before they start moving. But actually the best way to learn is just by taking action and failing and growing and being willing to fail faster than anyone else. Okay, so let me see, what should I start with? This is a very good beginner book, I would say. So Jen Sincero is amazing. This is a really good like first book. And of course you can get it on Audible and then you can just listen to it, right? But You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. This is a really good book. It was on the top of New York bestsellers for a reason. And it's just a really good starter self-development book. It just has so many good things in here, you guys. So this is a really good starter book. And then she also has another one I'm currently reading called You're a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. Master the Mindset of Wealth. This is really good too. I was reading this today and I was like, damn girl, ooh, you good. You good. The cool thing about reading these books is like, dude, things click in your head. You're like, oh shoot. I never thought of it like that. Like you realize all these ways that you're kind of holding yourself back and ways to get over it. Like it's, the one thing that holds people back, I think, in this business is lack of belief in themselves. And they think that like it's just going to come out of nowhere. But I'm telling you, it's going to come by taking massive and perfect action and by trying to grow a little bit in the areas where you're struggling. And if you are struggling in mindset, my friend, self-development is what you need. Self-development is where it's at. So if you guys ever struggle with mindset, drop a heart in the comments. Like this would be a game changer for you. Okay, so another really good one. Actually, this was the first self-development book I ever read. Ever. If you don't know this, I'm obsessed with Jillian Michaels. I have a painting of her. She's who inspired me to become a personal trainer because I lost a lot of weight, saw her making like 300-pound people run a mile, and I had already lost a lot of weight, but like I hadn't tried to run a mile. I was the girl that faked my period in gym class. I was really heavy. And I was almost 300 pounds, right? So when I saw her doing that, I was like, I need to push outside of my comfort zone. So basically she got me obsessed with fitness. That's why I became a trainer. And then she wrote a book called Unlimited, a 3-step plan for achieving your dreams. But it's really good. I do like this book a lot. If you're a Jillian fan, you will really like it. If you're not, probably won't. I don't know. But she's really amazing. Okay, so, and then I also have some business books, but this is another basic self-development one that I've actually talked about a few times. It's called Mindset, the New Psychology of Success. This will help you literally every area of your life, but business is a huge one because a lot of human beings need to read this book. Our CEO has talked about this book at multiple events, and she says that our business model is literally modeled after a growth mindset, which is what's talked about in this group. Most people have a fixed mindset, which means like they are always judging themselves. They think that they are fixed. They think that they cannot grow or become better. You might see other people accomplishing goals in this business and you're like, well, they can do that, but I can't do that. That's a fixed mindset, but it's something that you can actually change. You can adapt to have a growth mindset where you actually believe you can grow and become better and accomplish bigger things. And this book kind of walks you through how to do that. So it's really good. It's really good. All right. So, and by the way, thanks for coming on, you guys. I didn't know if anyone would come on. I just knew I wanted to do this really quick so we would have it to get to share with people later. Hey, Stephanie. And another thing I'll say is if you guys ever have a teammate say they're stuck, or you ever are stuck, and you're not willing to do self-development, like you're not willing to get an Audible membership and like listen to it while you're taking a shower, right? Or to watch a training that an upline or sideline or someone did about how to get better in an area that you're saying you're not good in, then you really don't want it, my friend, because it's free, right? It's free. I mean, an Audible membership costs $14, but if we have a training that will help you with how to recruit more people, how to get better at X, Y, and Z, and you're saying, well, I'm just not good at that, but you're not willing to watch like a 10-minute video, like how bad do you really want it? You know what I'm saying? You have to be willing to put in the work to grow. It ain't just gonna happen, guys. That's like buying a gym membership and being like, where are my muscles? Right? You buy a gym membership and then you do the workouts. It's easy, but you have to do it. And then you have to implement what you learn. Okay, so here's another good book, The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster. So I'm gonna give you guys some business related books now, business and sales. This is one of the first ones I listened to on Audible, actually, but I have the hard copy as well. And it's good because, let's be honest, there's a lot of people that come into this business and they look at it like they're an employee. And you have to have the mindset that you're an entrepreneur. It's different. It's different. Being an entrepreneur, there isn't someone that's going to like make you clock in and do X, Y, and Z, right? You have to do that. You have to do that. You will have where are my muscles? Yeah, Kim, yeah. You have an entire team of human beings that like will help you and cheer for you and be there for you. But ultimately, at the end of the day, like it's on you to show up and do the things that we help you with. Here's a script, but you have to send it. Do you know what I'm saying? But this book is just about the mindset of being an entrepreneur, and it gave me a lot of aha moments like, oh, this is supposed to be hard because it takes work, right? Like a normal job, it's a different kind of work, but you have to have the right mindset for it. So The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster by Darren Hardy is really good. This is one of my first sales books I ever read. It's an older book, but it's good. I mean, the ideas in it are pretty timeless. It's called The Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy. Dude, Brian Tracy is a genius, and anyone who tells you different is an effing liar. He's a brilliant man. I freaking love him. Before I started this industry, I saw this video he did on YouTube that was like how to become a self-made millionaire. Wow, I still remember the title. I scribbled so many notes. I was like, I don't know how this is happening, but this is happening. And this was before I found this opportunity. And when I found like the opportunity, network marketing, whatever, I was like, yup, I'm doing it, because what he said to become a self-made millionaire, it lined up. Not everyone has huge goals like that, but I do, and I'm not ashamed of it. And if you do, or you're scared to, it helps to do self-development because you grow into someone who can believe in bigger things. Because we are surrounded every day by people who don't have big dreams, right? Most of the human beings we come in contact with, they're okay with just getting by. And actually, that's fine. But it's not fine when you, for taking a risk on yourself and for building a business and doing things in a different way, in a less traditional way, when those people are assholes to you, which will happen sometimes. But it's because people kind of judge what they don't understand. Reading books is like spending time with people who put the belief in you that your dreams are there for a reason, and that put the belief in you that you are capable of achieving it, rather than spending time, because I know you guys probably heard the quote, we're the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. That's the goddamn truth. Sorry. But it is. And so reading is like you're hanging out with all these experts, all of these people who are in a place you want to be, and you start to take on those beliefs. It's really freaking amazing, and I'm obsessed with it, and I'll preach about it all day. All day. All right, so here's a few. These are for my intense people. These are for my more intense people. If you like money, drop money in the comments. If you want beach money, drop beach in the comments. these are for the people that like really want to go to the top. And honestly, some of these are really helpful whether or not you do. But these are sales books by Grant Cardone, who he is intense, but he is a badass. I love Grant Cardone a lot. Kelsey McDaniel understands, but I have several books by him. One is called The 10 Times Rule by Grant Cardone. It's friggin' amazing. The only difference between success and failure. Amazing. Another one, Sell or Be Sold. He's like a big sales guy. He's really good at sales. How to Get Your Way in Business and in Life. It's a really good one too. It's a really good one too. Another one by him, If You're Not First, You're Last. Sales Strategies to Dominate Your Market and Beat Your Competition. Oh, if you can't tell, he's intense and I love all of it. I love it. I learned so much from reading his books and from listening to him on Audible, like so freaking much. Guys, what we do is an art, and you have to get the scripts help you and kind of teach you consultative selling. But one thing I noticed that people struggle with, that you don't have to struggle with, is you think when someone has an objection, that means the conversation is over. Like when someone is like, let me talk, there's some really common ones. Let me ask my husband or talk to my husband, for example, right? Okay, let me think about it, right? Right? You guys ever heard that before? You guys ever heard that before? Let me see some hearts in this video if you've ever heard that before. Or, I don't know, like, I just don't think I have the money right now. These are all called objections. There's a ton of them. But if you start to learn more about like the sales process, you learn that there's literally something to say for every single situation that keeps the conversation going. So objections are actually something to embrace and learn how to overcome. And that's what these Grant Cardone books really taught me about. Another one is called Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. Love him. And then another one that I've had a couple of girls buy actually is called The Closer's Survival Guide by Grant Cardone. That one is where I learned a lot of like how to respond to objections. I mean, a lot of these I did, but that one especially, The Closer's Survival Guide. Can you guys put that in the comments below? Let's have a training on it. Or Stephanie, you can buy the book and you can read the book. That's the whole point, is I will teach you guys as much as I can, and I'll pour into you as much as I can, but like it would be impossible for me to pour everything I know in my brain onto all of you in a way that wouldn't be overwhelming. So the point of self-development is for you to add it into your day in a simple way. If you really want a lot of money, it's not hard, right? And then you slowly, incrementally get better every single day, right? But if you're not willing to do that, like you just want it to be easy or for it to be handed to you or it to be whatever. I'm not saying you want that, but I'm saying in general, people will have that mindset about it. It's going to take a lot longer. Like I can give you a couple tips, but it's going to be different than, you know, reading a Grant Cardone book or listening to an entire Grant Cardone book on Audible. So get Audible, play it while you're taking a shower. Like I said, another really good one that I love, this is one of my favorites too, is by Chris Lee. It's called The 10 Principles of Abundance and Prosperity. Transform your life. I love this so much. This book actually really changed my life, and I reread it a couple times, along with another one that's not really business related. I could tell you guys about it if you want, but and then the last one that I don't have there's two more. The last one I don't have a copy of though is called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Put that in the comments below too, but that's another really, really, really good beginner book. You've got the Grant Cardone book. Yeah. One of his people called you to follow up. Wow, I'm telling you, he knows his stuff. Okay, and then the last one, this is one that's really good for the industry. It's called I Dare You by Fraser Brooks, and he also has I Double Dare You, which just came out. This is another really good one. It's the ultimate guide to building your network marketing business using social media. So this is specifically for the industry. If you don't know where to start, honestly, I would start with You Are a Badass. As you continue growing in the business, like you can start reading some of the sales books and stuff like that, like Embracing It, man. But a really good starter book is You're a Badass, or The Compound Effect is another really good one. But all the ones I talked about, I promise you, if you read them, you will learn, you will grow, you will get better. Like if I tell you, if you become someone who reads or does more self-development than anyone else, that you'll make more money, would you do it? It's really not hard. And it kind of becomes addicting because it's so fun. You're like, ooh, learning all these ways to be better. Like seriously, it's like getting an expert's mind like put in your brain. It's great. So anyway, that sounded weird, whatever. The compound effect is awesome. Yeah, Robin, that's a great one. That's a great one. So if you guys have any book suggestions, drop it in the comments below. But just know, like, the reason we talk about it all the time is because in this business, I've said it multiple times, but it is like self-development with a compensation plan. And if you find yourself stuck, like you think you're stuck at a rank or you're stuck in any place, right? That means you have growth to do. And the only way to do that is to learn, is to put new information in your head, right? So we do a lot of training as a company. We do a lot of training to like help you guys, but to put it and make it a part of your personal life, that's what's going to take you to the next level. And it's super fun. It's super fun. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. If it was, drop helpful in the comments, heart this video. We need to share this and tag our teams because this will make all the people all the money. But also it will just make you start to believe in yourself more. It will make you start to have more confidence in yourself, right? It will make you have that belief that you think you're lacking right now. We as human beings have like a threshold for what we think we are capable of achieving. When we get there, we stop. We have like a comfort zone for what we think we're capable of in our business, in our health, in our body, in our finances, with our relationships. We do. And so it's uncomfortable to go past that, and we will subconsciously like sabotage ourselves unless we are focused on how we can grow and get better. And that's what self-development does, my friend. That's what it does. So hope this is helpful. I love you guys so much. Okay, bye.